I was born and raised in New Zealand, but I started acting in Australia. So I did most of my stuff there, and then I moved to London. And actually, when I was in London, I mean, I'd been back to New Zealand for a few auditions and bits and pieces, but My Wedding and Other Secrets was the first proper thing I've done. It was really, because of the time difference and everything, it was quite difficult. So first I sent back a tape. I basically had to do a whole lot of sort of live video feeds and Skype sessions, and there was problems with the internet, and and finding a good line. So she was pretty amazing, and the same with Kenneth Tsang.
Yeah.
Like but they're so down to earth that you kind of forget that they've done all these massive films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and like she was the first woman to do kung fu on screen when she was 16, and he's been in hundreds of films because I guess when we got together we did a lot of sort of rehearsal. Well, we had a couple of weeks where we just hung out with them and tried to get sort of comfortable being a family, so we immediately they're very down to earth, so we just immediately had this connected and had this sort of relationship where we were sort of just family. And so it wasn't such a big deal. It was more of a big deal when we were doing like promotional stuff or at the premiere, where we saw people, or when there were days where there were like lots of extras and they were coming up to them going, can we get an autograph? And we were kind of like, what's going on?
We're working.
And then you get to see like, oh, they're actually they're that famous, and Oh, what have I been doing? Actually, at the moment, I've just auditioned for a Jane Campion thing, which has been great.
Oh, she's great. Oh,
she's amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to do for the green light on a British film, which is called If I Had a Heart, by a British director who's awesome. A heart. If I had a heart. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. Yeah, so it's a pretty dark sort of film. It's set on a council estate about a girl who has personality disorder, and it's sort of about nature and nurture, and it's pretty rough.
Different?
No, I think it's a lot harder in the UK because we are much more of a minority than the other races that are in the media and the TV and the films. Are probably more, like we discussed before, like black, Asian, which is Indian, and like we're called Oriental, so there aren't as many, but it is getting better, and there are more sort of we're being represented more and more. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm about to audition for a new series called Red Dwarf, which is an old cult English TV series, and I'm surprised that they're going to see, they want to see me specifically, but they also want to see an Asian, so